Should we believe this about Bianca Belair is a question in which we are going to answer in today's video. Bianca Belair is just mere days away from stepping inside of the Elimination Chamber and going after a potential WWE Women's World Championship match at WrestleMania 41. She's going to have to outlast some serious competition. Some of the best female stars that WWE has under contract. Some of the best stars that they've ever had. It's a mixture of veterans and it's a mixture of young up-and-coming stars. Young up-and-coming stars like Roxanne Perez. Veterans like Bayley and Alexa Bliss. And Naomi. You also have your Liv Morgan, who is coming off of her best year to date. She's going to have to overcome those names if she wants to step foot inside of the Sword Circle, go one-on-one with Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship at WrestleMania 41 this April in Las Vegas. It's not going to be a tall task. It's not. Or is it? Because Bianca Belair, while yes, has had her moments as a single star, in recent times she's been a tag team player, teaming up with Jade Cargill, teaming up with Naomi. Ooh, interesting dynamic for sure. I think the fact of the matter is this. Bianca Belair does have a genuine shot at winning this match. And I'm not alone. In fact, I have proof that I think you should strongly consider it. But I want you to keep in mind on this before I break this down, before I show you why I believe this. Bianca Belair, for a very long time now, has been a top star for WWE. And just because she's been put as a tag team star over the last year or so, tied at the hip with Jade Cargill and Naomi, does not mean that she's not a main event type talent. It does not mean that WWE has stopped looking at her as a main event type talent. No. Don't get it twisted, y'all. So I was looking at the odds for this match. I was on BetOnline. I was looking at the odds. And who just happens to be the favorite? Oh, that's interesting. Bianca Belair. She's a minus 400 favorite as the recording of this video, y'all. Okay. All right. I like it. Who's next? Liv Morgan, plus 500. That's a little surprising, but sure. How about Alexa Bliss, plus 600? Yep, that would be my pick. Naomi, plus 600. Roxanne Perez, plus 1,600. Man, if she won, you would hit big. Bayley, plus 2,200. Why am I talking about the betting odds? Well, betting odds, they give you an indication of who is likely to win. They don't hit all the time, but in pro wrestling, they're very, very accurate. Super duper accurate. And so I was looking at these odds and I go, that's interesting. And then I was thinking to myself, should we believe that Bianca Belair is going to win this match? Should we believe that Bianca Belair is going to go from SmackDown and part of the women's tag team title run and the tag team champions and go back to being a single star? It's an interesting question. I think it is. As much as I would like to see Alexa Bliss in that spot or a Bayley in that spot, Bianca Belair makes sense. Bianca Belair has not been in the main event scene as a women's world champion, as a women's champion, quite some time. What do we know about Bianca Belair? Well, we know a few different things. We know that she has held the women's title on multiple occasions. We know that Bianca Belair, when booked as the women's champion, goes on a very long run as champion. We know that. And I think it's time. I think it's time that we do that. That we go on that long run. That we go on that long journey. Now, sure, she's going to have to switch from Friday Night SmackDown to Monday Night Raw. Not a big deal. We've seen the transfer window. And obviously, just like the Royal Rumble winners, they're going to get to pick the champion of their choosing. Yes, I said that right. Because Bianca Belair, she will not be able to stay on SmackDown and go after Tiffany Stratton and the Women's Champion. No, that's going to be Charlotte Flair's job. She's going to have to go after Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley. But I wouldn't have it any other way. This is a match which is a dream match. Okay? This is a match that we have not seen on the main roster. This is a match that you'd have to go way back years ago. And then that's C2C in terms of a singles one-on-one match between Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. So sign me up for it. Sign me up for it. Bianca Belair is in a position now where she has seemingly got her game on lockdown. She knows her character. She knows how to present her character. She knows what to say, how to say it when doing promos, and her in-ring work has never been better. It's what Bianca Belair is delivering. That is what Bianca Belair is doing in this current climate of WWE. There is no more learning in terms of trying to figure out where she needs to go to help her character get it to the next level. Now is about legacy. Now is about building stats. Now is trying to show everyone that she is one of the best to ever do it. Maybe the most athletic star under WWE contract. Maybe her and Charlotte Flair are tied as the most athletic pair in all of WWE. I think it's a fair assessment. Wouldn't you? I think so. At the end of the day, Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley is a match that I 100% can see happening. It's a match in which I almost want to see happen. I need to see it. It's one of those type deals. Why is that? Well, it's because Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley can go out there and they could realistically, depending on what's booked, headline of WrestleMania. No doubt, headline a PLE. It's a match in which fans will gravitate towards. It's a match in which they can emotionally invest in. It's a match in which I desperately want to see. It's a match that I feel like is necessary. That's what I feel about Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. It's such a big match with two big personalities. Two stars that have charisma at the yin-yang. It's a match that I think we can all get behind. That's how big of a match it is. It's a no-brainer type match. And I think in WWE, under its current climate, where they may not have the most off-the-wall booking, it may be simplistic, but they do enough to get the job done. It's always good. There's rarely bad in WWE. It may not be the most exciting. It may not be great, but it's always good. And I think that's what you have to be appreciative of when watching the current day modern era of WWE and Paul Triple H Levesque. That's just my 2 cents. Let me know down in the comments area below. Is this a match you want to see? Is this a match you need to see? Interesting.